talking about aging and mortality, for me, I like to make light of it.
Just how fast my kids grew up and went from being little babies to being young adults. How quickly that happens.
Just as quickly as time goes, time can go slow. So if you're just waiting to die, it can go very, very slow.
Yes.
Or if you're so afraid to do anything, then you spend a lot of time doing nothing.
It's like you're in a game.
Yeah.
You got to move on to the next level. Dying just means you end this level, you go to the next level.
The women in my family who have walked before, with, and after me have shared inspiring and valuable lessons about the complexities of the passage of time and transformations of life. Join me as I delve into the narratives of resilience, freedom, fears, longing, and acceptance of the extraordinary women who've shaped my understanding of the human experience. The first thing that comes to mind when I think about getting older is the fact that I don't feel like I have my life together yet. I feel like I'm behind a lot of the other people my age. I should have a full-time job by now. I should own a house instead of renting a tiny apartment. I should have graduated college years ago. I just feel like I need to find a way to take the wheel of my own life. All of the women in my family have inspired me in various ways of how to do that.
I just want to know how people have it all together. And it's not exactly at 30. You know, you don't just turn 30 and it's like, oh, my life's fixed and I love the world. But it's like, how do you have it all together by 30? Because most of the time, 30-year-old people, they have homes, they have children, they have savings accounts. How do you keep a savings? How to balance working, your social life, every single bill you have to pay? How do some people, because like you see them, you have people who are like my age with children. How do you have children? How do you even get the money to have children?
One, that you have to fill your life up with things that make you happy. I think that it's just important to live your life to the fullest. And do whatever you want.
It was just coming to terms with the fact that your life is in your own hands.
It was hard to learn, but I learned it.
I start working on it, change anything I need to that I'm not happy with.
Time's ticking whether you're sitting at home watching TV or whether you're doing something fun.
Yes.
And so you might as well fill up your time with stuff that's fun.
Don't sit around and get old. Enjoy their life. Do things that they want to do. Because when you get old, there's a lot of things you can't do.
Figuring out who I am is a journey that I'm still going through. When I think about the idea of being authentic and true to myself, my cousins Macy and Destiny immediately come to my mind. They both are very uniquely beautiful, hilarious, intelligent, and inspiring girls that have grown up right in front of my eyes. They show me that it's important to be true to myself no matter what.
Don't think that you have to change yourself just because that's what everyone else is doing, because you are you, and at the end of the day, like, everyone's just changing, and it just means doing whatever you want. And, you know, it could be being a stereotypical girl who likes Barbies and dolls and pink things, and I feel like recently we kind of took that back because there's so many stereotypes that, like, girls are pink and they're dramatic and they're just like sassy girls, and we said, yeah, like, that's what a lot of girls are like, and it's not a bad thing that we're like that, but also it's not bad to not be like that either.
You like what you like, I like what I like. You can go talk to the hand.
This is what makes me me. This is what makes me a woman.
I find myself wishing I could go back and relive my time as a kid. I've taken inspiration from my cousin Victoria and my Aunt Sue, because Tori, she's just a little girl still. She's very childhood wonder. She loves to learn new things, and she inspires me and keeps me young as well, as I like going to the zoo and doing fun things with her. And then my Aunt Sue has always had such a youthful spirit about her, and she travels all the time. She goes on vacation, she goes to concerts. She used to travel all over this country to see Jimmy Buffett. So I always look to them for a reminder to stay young, despite what my age may be. Is there any ways that you still hold on to your youth and your now early 50s?
Oh, hell no.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Except for when I blow bubbles.
We do our Target runs. We go and we sit in the Panera Bread. She does keep me young, actually.
Probably keep some of my interest, my art, and some of my childhood toys that I liked.
It's very impactful to me and like is very girlhood.
And that makes me feel young again.
One of the hardest things for me, probably, actually definitely, with getting older is just coping with the fact that time always continues to march on, no matter what. And with that never-ending march comes, the eventual end. And the truth is, I am afraid of death. And I think a lot of people are. But there's a few people in my family that have really helped me, I guess, adjust the lens of how I view death. And that would be my sister Erica and my mother Cindy. My sister Erica helps me because she reminds me to quit taking everything so seriously. Of course, life is serious at times, but it's important to not forget to take some things lightly, to have some jokes, to not be so down and in the dumps about everything, and just to be lighthearted. And my mother Cindy reminds me that acceptance is honestly the key. Like, there's nothing at the end of the day that you can do. So if you just accept that life is the way that it is, you're gonna have an easier time here. You're going to be 10 very soon.
Yeah?
How does it make you feel to hit double digits?
Scared.
I don't like old age, and it's hard to be in reality. I now feel how my mother-in-law felt when she was my age. 15 years I took care of her, and she had Alzheimer's. And it scared me that I would get old and have Alzheimer's too. But now I wished I would have been nicer to her.
I feel like I have a lot of regrets, and looking back, I learned from that, and I realized like it's okay to make mistakes.
Well, getting older is not fun. It sucks. But everybody has to do it. And nobody lives forever. I think when you're young, you're afraid of death. As you get older, you learn to accept it. You know that it's what happens.
You're not old at 30, honey. You are very young. 30 is young.
So I think the 30s are just the beginning of really feeling comfortable with who you are and not caring and just enjoying what you're doing.
Taylor Swift lyric, it was the end of a decade, but the start of an age.
You're not fleeting youth. You need to accept the age. You need to be happy with the fact that you're older and wiser.
At the same time, feels very lucky because you got that chance to be alive.